Rush Limbaugh's wit and wisdom has blessed the lives of many Americans. You can hear some of that wit and wisdom on The James Hendricks Show. Whoop. Happy Monday, y'all, here at the Hendricks Center for Advanced Conservative Federalist Studies. I have a story I want to talk to you about. And I'm going to get a strong title for this one. It being my political show. We're going to call this Abortion Sucks. And it does. It does. I remember when I first heard about it, I was a teenager. And, I knew the debate, which political candidates and presidents sided this way or that way. And I don't know, somehow I got sucked in by the culture back in those days, 80s and 90s. Hey, it ain't no thing. It's just barely conceived. You can cover up for your mistake. Well, in March of 1992, I made that mistake. I told a friend that. And she's passed away. To save her identity, I'm going to go ahead and call her. We're going to call her Lisa. I told Lisa how I felt. She grabbed me and she said, "Jamie, don't you ever say that again." I was like, whoa. I made someone mad. I pissed someone off. And then a few months later, I heard a story that, kind of made the abortion issue closer to home, and I'm not going to talk about it. But my grandmother told me about the situation. And I was like, oh my God. This is killing a real baby. And I was like, it was back in August of 1992. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm pro-life. But what did stupid me vote? Who did stupid me vote for in November 1992? Bill Clinton. 'Cause I can do the most for America. Told you guys I was going to be using humor every now and then. I can do the most for America. We have a lot to do. Yeah, sure. Rescind the Mexico City policy that prohibits abortion. Gays in the military. Tax increases. Of course, you couple it with spending cuts to make it all look all glorious and wonderful, but you can't tell me that fixed things. No. And then I came, a friend of mine, in my flagship podcast, Empower Your Pattern 2.0, you probably heard me speak of one of my past friends named Julie. She was picking me up from school one day, and I just had government class that morning. And we were talking about universal health care, and I said, well, I kind of support it. She said, Jimmy, have you lost your dang mind? That gives those that support abortion what they want. Let me tell you something, that was an eye-opener. I was already getting my eyes open about who Bill Clinton was that summer. But I'll tell you something, that fall of 93 through the early fall of 1994, my eyes got open. And I said, oh, the flaming liberal Democrat, and didn't know why. What an idiotic idea. And so, the article I found on Point of View radio talk show was talking about how, well, now that Roe v. Wade is done away with Dobbs v. Jackson, that Christians need to be out there supporting pro-life pregnancy centers. It kind of reminds me of an episode of Law and Order back in, say, the spring of 1995. The two detectives are talking to the lieutenant, and the lieutenant said, "Isn't it something how these pro-life people, they send them to a pro-life clinic. They want them babies to come out. After that, they don't give a hoot." That's not true. We want those babies to have just as much, if not more, opportunities than what we had. We're in the next generation. I mean, I'm being honest with you. It's not just a sentimental thing. Even though I gotta say, I'm glad the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. Shame on Judge Roberts for not joining that crowd. Mr. Rhino Farzo. Mr. Rhino Farzo didn't have the guts to join with the rest of the conservatives. Now, I know some people want to say that George W., that he was Republican in name only. I can't necessarily agree with that in some ways. He did us some good. George W. Bush did us some good. But now, his second term, I'm just being honest with you, his second term left a lot to be desired. And that's because I really feel like he gave away too much of the conservative power to the opposite side. And that's how the Democrats gained control of Congress in 2006. Some of the domestic policy, plus the Iraq War. Of course, I'm not going to go into that. I meant to talk about abortion. And abortion sucks. That same episode, Jack McCoy, the DA, asked the priest that's on trial, does the Bible prohibit abortion? And that priest said, no. Hello? Yes, it does. Proverbs chapter 6, verses 16 and 17 proves that the Bible condemns abortion. These 6 things that the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination to the Lord, and I'm abomination to the Lord, and I'm using this, the original King James Bible. And verse 17 that says there at the end, hands that shed innocent blood. If you are aborting a baby that has been conceived, you are shedding innocent blood. And here I was in 1992. I was turning over to pro-life. Didn't know what I was doing. Voted for a man who said, I wish to have abortions safe, legal, and rare. Tell you something. Bill Clinton was something else. I know I had, that following semester, spring of 1994, my government professor likened Bill Clinton to Bubba. Okay. Why would you liken him to Bubba? Well, think about it. It's from the South and everything. Some people think the South means ignorance, but nah, it's not that way. But the fact of the matter is, Bill Clinton, he was not who I thought he was when I voted him for president. And I didn't realize that John F. Kennedy was a Democrat. It was a conservative Democrat, rather. See, here's the thing. Our eyes can be open. And our eyes need to be open about abortion, okay? And let's not make it into a federal issue. Keep it within the states. But some say, well, one state will honor another state's statute. What business is it ours? If you want to support abortion, go move to a state that supports it. Okay? But this is not something we need to fart around about. Abortion is just plain wrong. Okay? We're given a choice in the Bible. It says in Deuteronomy 31, life and death. Choose life. Now, I hope you enjoy listening to the James Hendricks Show. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of receiving most daily updates. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, take care and be proactively informed. Tomorrow we're going to be dealing a little bit more with federalism. I wasn't going to come on the air today, but I thought, why not? I owe it to my people. Take care, you guys. Have a blessed day. God bless you.